Welcome back. Now joining us this morning is Dave Canner with the Rotary Club of Ashland, here to tell us all about a decades-old tradition that's coming up again soon. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
So coming up this Easter Sunday, we have the annual Easter egg hunt coming back to Ashland. Tell us about it.
Well, the Easter egg hunt is something that the Rotary Club of Ashland has been doing for over 60 years. We set up some areas in Lithia Park, and it's free. Anybody who wants to come and join is welcome to come and join. We actually set up 5 separate age-appropriate areas, 0 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, and 9 to 10. And we spread out in these areas thousands. I can't even count the number of pieces of candy that we spread out. In the past, we have done hard-boiled eggs, which unfortunately we're not doing this year because of the egg shortage and the high prices. And also what we call golden eggs, which are eggs that can be turned in for special prizes. Those prizes typically are age-appropriate educational toys or puzzles.
Amazing.
The event, we've never actually done a head count of the number of kids who show up. I would guess it's at least 500, maybe as many as 1,000. And one of the most remarkable things about it, I was gobsmacked the first year I did this about 12 years ago, is from the time the police siren blows to start the Easter egg hunt to the time all of the candy is found and collected takes about 2 minutes. These kids, these kids work unbelievably fast. And we spend about 3 hours setting up for the event, setting up the areas and spreading out the candy, and also, frankly, cleaning up all the deer droppings so that the kids aren't stepping in those. So we spend 3 hours setting up for this event, and it's over in about 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're mentioning the thousands of pieces of candy, the 3 hours of setting up. So what all does it take to prepare for an event like this?
Well, it takes a lot of volunteers, that's for sure. As I said, we get out there 3 hours before the start. We actually rope off the areas that the kids will be hunting in, and we, as I said, we clean it up as best we can, and then we spread the candy. We have to hide the golden eggs. And at that point, it's really a matter of having volunteers monitor each of the search areas to ensure that nobody is sneaking under the rope to try to collect candy early.
Yeah, picking on the younger kids.
Right. The one thing I will say is one of the most frequently asked questions we get is, can parents accompany their kids into the search areas? The answer is no, except in the 0 to 2 area. So for the toddlers, yes, the parents can go in with them. For the older kids, no, it's strictly just the kids. Definitely,
and you're mentioning 500 to 1,000 kids. So how does this help the community come together, and what do you hope its impact is on people?
Well, the event, from what I can tell, draws people from all over the Rogue Valley, not just Ashland. It's a very popular event precisely because it is so large and there is so much candy to be collected. I know that there's a couple of other Easter egg hunts, but ours is, I would guess, is probably the largest, so we do attract a lot of people. One thing I would mention is that parking is pretty limited, and if someone is planning to come out, it's a good idea to try and get there early because you may have a bit of a hike from your parking spot to where the Easter egg hunt is actually happening.
Definitely. And so I know that we have the Easter egg hunt coming up here, but the Rotary Club of Ashland does a ton of other stuff too. So do you have any projects going on that we should know about?
Well, sure. One of my favorite pet projects is the Rotary Garden. It's a patch of land out toward Emigrant Lake where we grow organic produce for the Ashland Emergency Food Bank. I'm out there most Saturday mornings, weeding and planting and working in the garden. We do a project called Ashland Reads, which distributes hundreds and hundreds of books to 4th graders in the Ashland School District. Those are a couple of our bigger projects that attract a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely. It seems as though the Rotary Club of Ashland is doing a lot of things to bring the community together. I love seeing that.
Yeah, well, we like to think so, that's for sure.
Definitely. Now, Dave, is there anything else you'd like to tell us before we say goodbye to you this morning?
Well, the one thing I would say is it's Sunday, April 20th. That's Easter Sunday at 1 p.m. It starts promptly at 1 p.m. someone who shows up even 5 minutes late is probably going to find that all of the candy is gone. So I would tell people, if you want to bring your kids to participate in this, be there in plenty of time.
Be there or be square or be left in the candy dust.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
Well, the Rotary Club of Ashland presents the annual Ashland Easter Egg Hunt in Lithia Park. The Easter Bunny himself will be there at noon, and the hunt begins promptly at 1 p.m. Now, 5 different age groups of children will have their own section to hunt for eggs and candy in, plus a chance to find a golden egg, which is good for a special prize. For more information, find Rotary Club of Ashland on Facebook or visit ashlandrotary.org. Dave, thank you again so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll be right back.